Hello Flosstube, and welcome to Cindy's Adventures in Stitching. And I'm really glad you're here. We have a lot to talk about. We have a StitchAway 2024 recap. I've got some new starts for the new year, and then I have quite a bit of haul that I bought in the Annex room at StitchAway. So because we have so much to do, I say let's get right to it. First, I need to say yes. I need to acknowledge, yes, I do have my Christmas decorations still up. Glad this is a no judgment zone. We haven't had all of our Christmas yet, so we even still have presents under the tree. But I'm hoping to get the tree down this week.
Is there anything under there for me?
Have you been a good boy?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there might be something under there for you.
Yes.
So I'm going to put the bunny down because I have a lot to show you, and I don't think I can hold him and show you everything. So he's going down, and he'll hop away to wherever he wants to go. And he covered me in hair, so he did a good job with that. Okay, so StitchAway. This was my very first time of going to Keepsakes of Cincinnati, StitchAway, and I have to tell you, it was great. I went by myself, I got checked in, I walked downstairs, and as soon as I walked in one of the stitching areas, a couple of ladies approached me. One was Krista from Oklahoma, the other was Angie from the Pittsburgh area, and they said, "You look like you're by yourself and you just got in, would you like to sit with us?" And I said, "Absolutely." And I tell you, we clicked instantly. Angie and her best friend of 43 years, Jean, were together, and then Krista, who came from Oklahoma, came by herself. She flew into Cincinnati, and Angie and Jean kind of hooked up with her the day before. So I think maybe, hopefully, I've made some friends for life because we certainly did get along very well. And Jean and Angie gave me this little pin keep, and it has marking pens in it, and they're just as cute as they can be. This is a wool ball, and I will definitely be using that. So happy to have that. And then Krista gave me a little goodie bag that had tea and Kleenexes and lip balm, which I use every day, multiple times a day.
Yeah, someone's addicted to that.
I know. I read somewhere that you're not supposed to use it all the time because your lip stops producing moisture. I think that's where I'm at. And then she gave me a thing for raw honey to use in my tea. They're big tea drinkers. Angie is from England originally, although she doesn't really have an English accent anymore. She's been here for, I don't know, I think maybe close to 50 years. So
We like tea.
we do?
Long Island.
Yeah, we do like that. I think that's a little different.
It's
but
the
I
best
did.
kind.
It is the best kind. I did try something different, and that was putting milk, well, it was half and half actually, in my tea, and it was delicious.
In your Long Island?
No, in my tea. I didn't have any Long Islands while I was there.
Oh, well, that's your fault.
No, I know. So, met lots of wonderful, friendly, they were very friendly and talkative and chatty women. Met some Flosstubers. I met Sarah from Stitchy Friends, Missy from Two Needles Pulling Thread, Lisa from Madam Huzzah Presents, and Ray from Red Barn Samplers was there, and so we all got to talk and meet. Met several ladies from Indiana and talked to a couple of them. I think we're going to try and get together and stitch, and that was really my whole purpose in starting Flosstube and trying to connect with other stitchers, is that I could meet other stitchers and get together and stitch, because there are not a lot of people in my area that do that. I have a really good friend, Diane, and she was unable to go to StitchAway, so that kind of forced me to go by myself, but Diane and I stitched together quite a bit. Also met a lady, she called herself, her name is Kay, and she is on Instagram, and it's called Nana K 3 Pit, I believe, and she made these lovely bags. I happened to buy these in the Annex, and then I also bought this cell phone holder but I don't know if you can see her label, handmade by Nana Kay. So her work is very good, and she and her friend made everyone one of these really cute little bags.
You say everyone, it was like 100.
Oh, I think on Friday and Saturday there were like 150, maybe 160 people there. So there were a lot. And inside was candy. Candy was abound at StitchAway. Everybody liked candy. And then, oh, this came from Red Barn Samplers, a little gauge, which will be handy to, you can, like if you don't start in the middle of your fabric and you want to start like 1 inch from the edge or 2 inches from the edge, this is handy to take because it's small. And then a gal who happened to be sitting with some Indiana gals, her name is Holly. I don't remember what her last name is, but she also is on Instagram and is Hobbies of Holly. And she gave me a little needle case and then some things for floss. And she's very talented as well. And then this woman, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name. I'm not sure she ever told me, but she was into stamping, and she said that she worked for Nicole Spohr. And she stamped this bag, and it also had a thread pin in it. And aren't those so pretty? So pretty. You know, everyone in the stitching community is so generous, and I'm always amazed by that. Our guest designer for StitchAway was Beth Seal of Summer House Stitch Works, and she gave us a ton of stuff. All the newcomers that had never attended StitchAway before, we all went to a tea in the afternoon on Friday it was. And Barbara Hills is the owner of Keepsakes, and she talked a little about her history in business, and then we all had to introduce ourselves. And at the end of all those introductions, then the guest stitcher, Beth, stood up, and we all got a finishing kit and a chart. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah. So here's a chart that the newcomers all got. And then we also got a gauge, which is also super duper cute, kind of goes along with the picture on the chart, and a little candle. And kind of the theme was My Blue Heaven. And we also, when we checked into the hotel, we got a really nice, fluffy, warm blanket that was blue. And I used mine, I covered my lap with it the whole time that we were stitching, because we stitched in a big open area. It was tall glass, and it had a big fireplace in it, but it was still a little drafty, especially on Saturday, because our temperatures have plummeted. Right now, what would you say? It's 0?
It's 5 when I went outside to get wood.
It's 5 degrees, okay. And yesterday, it wasn't that cold, but it was really windy yesterday, and the snow was blowing. It's a perfect day to stitch by those windows. So anyway, we also got a candle. I mean, I kind of feel like it's Christmas every time I go to one of these places because we get so much stuff. So we got all the floss that we need, and she was very generous in the floss. Like you can see, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 skeins of this blue. I've got dark blue, another color of blue, and gold. And then we also got this floss ring and just a little kit to make that. And then here was our chart. And that was revealed on Saturday evening. And we also got to have a little question and answer. Beth is from Pennsylvania and has been doing designing for several years. Oops, I'm sorry, Jib's hopping around.
Now, she was actually in the stitching group of the ladies that you sat with?
Yes, she's actually in the stitching group of the ladies from Pittsburgh. And the ladies, it was all top secret. The ladies from Pittsburgh had no idea until we went to that tea because they were first timers as well. And that's when they saw Beth, and I think they kind of maybe put 2 and 2 together, but then Beth confirmed it at the tea. And I tell you, these ladies from Pittsburgh, Angie and Jean, they know each other so well that they often finished each other's sentences. And they exchanged Christmas presents on Thursday night or Friday night of the retreat. And of all the charts out there in the world, Jean stitched the very same chart that Angie stitched for Jean. So Jean stitched it for Angie, Angie stitched it for Jean. The only difference was they used a different floss color. But I tell you, that's a sign of good friends. They were just so kind and so great. And so StitchAway is definitely another retreat that I will want to attend annually. And I can't wait for StitchCon because my friend Diane and I, we got into week A of StitchCon. So unfortunately, they're all going to the second week. So they're in week B, so I won't be able to see them. But hopefully I'll make some other friends and have just as good a time. But I had a wonderful time at StitchAway.
You had a surprise visitor too.
What?
You had a surprise visitor too.
I did. I had a surprise visitor on Friday night, wasn't it?
Yep.
You drove over on Friday. It's about, what would you say, 2.5-hour drive for us to get there?
Yeah, something
To
like that.
Houston Woods State Park. Very nice state park. Beautiful lodge. Had a pool, had a big game room. It'd be a great destination if you live in this area. It'd be a great destination. There's something for the kids to do. You know, sometimes in the wintertime it's hard to find a place that the kids can be entertained. And I told my daughter that I think her kids would really have fun. The grands would have fun there.
I didn't get to see it in the daylight, but it actually did look pretty neat.
It was very nice. They were under renovation, like so many state parks. I think, I don't know how it is in other states, but in Indiana, I think the lodges they haven't had the money or haven't used the money to update the lodge area for state parks, but this one was really nice. And they also had cabins that you could rent if you wanted to. The only problem with that is you have to leave the site to drive to the cabins. I mean, you're still in the state park, but you're not right there. It was so convenient because we could eat and everything. In fact, I didn't go outside from the time I got there on Thursday until I left on Saturday. So,
So that was a shock when you walked out.
oh my gosh, yes, it was so windy and so cold, but had no trouble getting home, which was good. So, that's kind of a recap of StitchAway. I give it 2 thumbs up. It was wonderful and great. And what made it so great were the attendees because they were so friendly and so welcoming. Okay, so that's enough about StitchAway. Let's look at my new starts for the year 2024. This is Heaven and Nature Sing by Kathy Barrick. I've got to do the top of it, but I'm pretty pleased with what I've done so far. This seemed to take a long time, the deer, and it called for silks, but I used the DMC conversion that's provided in the chart, and I think it's lovely. I like it a lot. I started also, and this is a Brenda Gervais. We'll show the charts for both of these. They will be actually cut into a bell shape, and I'll stuff it and make a pillow. And it's a companion. There are 2 charts that you get with this one pattern book, and they're just back to back.
Now, one thing you didn't mention about the StitchAway was the conditioning that you did to get ready for it.
I did.
Because your first one, you were a hot mess after day 2.
I was a hot mess. So I took a pillow with me to kind of support my back, and that helped a lot. And of course I had my back cream with me. And then I also changed hoops. I did not use a Q-snap like I used at the Primitive Gatherings retreat. Instead, I actually used the top part of I'm trying to think what hoop it's called. I use it for punch needle. I can't think of the hoop name, but It's much, much lighter. And actually, the Nevada Stitcher told me that in Instagram because she had watched the Flosstube where I said my hand was really hurting. And I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's arthritis or what it is, but my left hand gets fatigued and actually aches and hurts. So I switched to a different hoop, and that helped a lot. And I try to also rest that hoop on my body instead of holding it the whole time. So I think that probably helped as well. One thing.
And you also stitched a lot leading up to it.
I did stitch it a lot, tried to stitch a lot. And you know, sometimes I feel kind of guilty about that, like maybe I should be up and doing things, because stitching is such an inactive activity. It really shouldn't even be called an activity because you're not active, you're just sitting there. But
I don't think it's going to be in the Olympics.
no, it's not. But my goodness, do I love it, and it's fun to do. The whole thing about stitching is fun, and I enjoy it. One thing I forgot to mention is that this is, I think I said I stitched it on DMC or with DMC, but this is Mushroom Lugana, and I stitched it 2/2. And it's dirty. You can kind of see I've got a dirty ring here. I'm not sure why that is, but
Like those Cheetos we ate that one night.
maybe. I will wash it before, of course, before I finish it. So that's on 28 count, stitched 2/2. This is 32 count. Medusa Gaze is the name of the fabric, what it's called, and then it's by Loppin's Loop, and I stitched it 1/2, and I don't remember where I got that fabric, but I liked it. I liked the 32 count, and this was, did I say was stitched 1/2 or did I say 2/2?
I said 1/2.
Okay, it's 1/2. And I like 1/2 a lot. My friend Diane keeps telling me that's what well, she doesn't tell me that's what I should do, but she tells me that's what she always does, and she would not ever do 2/2 again. It was interesting because everyone at my table said the same thing, that they liked 1/2 better than 2/2. So I have to kind of show how I've come along on my organization for the year 2024. I've got my fabric all organized. Now, after my shopping trip at the Annex, I'm going to need another tub because I bought fabric there. And I kind of inventoried what I had. And this way of storing it is wonderful because you can see everything. And as you can see, I really don't have any spring color.
I was just thinking that very same thing.
Yeah, see? It's obvious to everyone.
Yeah, it jumps right out at you.
Yeah, it does. So I bought some fabric that is springish. I just bought, this is white, and I bought it because, antique white, because I didn't have any, you know, you can clearly see I have no antique white. And this is 32 count Lugana.
How have you been able to get by with no antique white?
You know,
I mean, that's like a must-have.
I guess I'm used to sacrificing.
Oh
so.
my God.
So, you know, when that's your way of life, you just look at it as, well, it's another sacrifice. I'll just have to continue on. I'll have to power through.
So a garage full of toys out there, that's all sacrificing on your part.
It is. I tell you, it's a rough life.
Oh boy.
So this is called Willow, and it's 28 count. And it's linen. I had to kind of blink. My contacts have been in all day, so I can't see real well. Glad I'm not driving. And this is called Parchment. Again, it's 28 count, but it's just a nice spring yellow. And then here's pink. This is 32 count, and it's also linen, and it's Atomic is the brand, and the color is blush. Just like on Steel Magnolias, blush and bashful. What?
It's a very soft rose, and
it's
kind of washed out in the light.
Oh yeah, probably is. Well, trust me, it's pretty color. And then this is blue, I have to look. It's hard to see because that bright light. This is called Polar Plunge, and it's also a 32 count linen. And it is fabric by Steph. Don't know who that is. And then I got, here's a here's a funny thing. So I saw this Chai is the color, and it's by Seraphim. It's 32 count, and it's a Lugana. And I saw this in the store, and it just didn't grab me. And then I went back to the table, and my new friend Jean had it, and she was kind of laying some floss on it, and I thought, oh my gosh, I love that. And I thought, I bought some red floss and lots of different colors of reds and pinks for Valentine stitching. And I laid this against the Chai, and I thought, I gotta get it because I bought some Valentine charts and I thought that would be perfect. And this is Classic Colorworks, and it's Bing Cherry is the color of this. So I got Bing Cherry, I got Ruby Slippers, Ripe Melon, and that's it. I just got several of each one. Because, you know, another thing about that is plain as day. Obviously, if you only stitch 1/2, guess what you use less of?
I still want the job of naming colors.
I know.
Just pull stuff out of the air.
Yeah, I think that's what they do. I mean, who would have thought of Ruby Slippers or Bing Cherry? I don't know. I don't know. But that's what I bought as far as floss and fabric is concerned. And then these are the charts that I bought. I bought some Valentine ones. These are 3 heart and hand, and that's just a quick little stitch. I'm trying to see if it has a name. Wee One is the name of the chart. And then they have a collector's heart pattern that they put out every year. Keepsakes only had the 23 and 24 charts, and my table mate was stitching this one, and it was so cute. So again, Jean, I had to get it. And it also came with fabric, so it was kind of like a kit. It came with fabric and it came with floss as well. So that's a bargain. So I got 3 little Valentine charts to use, and then I got a little needle minder of Lucy from the Peanuts gang, and it's the classic The Psychiatrist Is In for a nickel. I thought that's about all my advice would be worth. And I got Jelly Bean Jubilee by With Thy Needle and Thread, and that's got several. It shows 1, 2, 3, 4, but I think you could probably eke out some different ones more than that. So I'm excited to do that after I do my Valentines. And then this is by Georgia Girl Stitching Designs, and this was sitting by the register, 100% impulse buy, but I thought we could do it in different colors. This is in black, but I'd probably do it in a different color, maybe red. And then I got Hands-On Design, Let's Talk Spring. Thought that was cute. And then I'm going to try something new for 2024. I got the calendar book of days. I am going to begin, I haven't started yet, but I'm going to start tomorrow, writing down when I start a new project and when I finish that project. And it's probably going to introduce me to the world of stickers, which... I know. It's kind of like being a little girl again, you know? Kind of going back to my roots. So,
oh boy.
Yeah. And I'm going to put, I've got the information from my new friends that I met, and I'm going to include that back
so
here.
I can give you like a little star when you do something good. And...
You know, I looked at Hobby Lobby for stars, just plain gold.
I was kidding when I said that, but I guess.
No. Plain, like a gold star, red star, blue star. Yeah. And it was going to be for, I do intermittent fasting, and Now, when I say I do intermittent fasting, I do intermittent fasting when it's convenient, because when we go out or we go on vacation or whatever, if you go on vacation with Sam Alt, then you're going to have breakfast out, because breakfast is like his favorite meal.
And if you can get beer with breakfast, I'm over the moon right there.
Better. So they had a breakfast buffet, and so every morning we all met for breakfast. So there went my intermittent fasting. So with that, again, I'm starting tomorrow. But I thought I'd put a sticker on every day that I do my intermittent fasting, so I could go back and look and say, oh, well, that's why I gained 5 pounds this month, because I did an intermittent fast and I only walked 1 day a week, and I only drank my jug of water completely. But I thought if I did a sticker for every day, like a good day would be I did my intermittent fasting, I drank my whole jug of water, and I did my walk, exercise, or rode my bike or whatever. So
Your trike.
Well, that would get a sticker.
Well, the reason I'm laughing is, what's your bigger issue?
Oh, how much time do you have?
Well, the memory issue of being able to remember and put the sticker down.
Well, see, maybe that's where you can give me a reminder. Did you put your sticker in your book today?
This isn't my deal. This is yours. I have no problem just keeping track of your wine opener.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to try, because I think...
We'll check back in a few months and see how this is going.
Oh, you know what? That's probably a good thing. To have, to put some,
Reminders.
well, just accountability. You know, if I know somebody's going to check it, then that's going to be like, oh, okay, I have to do this.
Oh, okay. That's all it takes?
Well, it helps. I'm not saying that's going to be, I'm not saying that's going to be 100%, but it's probably going to help. So my motto for 2024 is do more in 2024. So I'm hoping that this book will help motivate me to do more.
Now, you realize we're going to spend like 3 months on the road this year.
Well, what's that got to do with it? I can still drink my water. I can still do intermittent fasting.
Okay, good.
As long as you don't say, hey, let's eat at the Bob Evans breakfast buffet.
Yeah, I'm not big into that one, but there you go. I see where you're going with this.
Waffle House or whatever.
Oh,
It's just, it's really hard to not eat at a restaurant when you're eating, and I don't want you to suffer, so I'm really, really doing it out of love. Anyway.
That's a roundabout way to look at it.
Yeah.
If that makes you feel better.
Yeah.
I love you too.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, so I think that just about wraps it up. I hope that you found something interesting, and I hope that you will like us, give us a comment, subscribe.
Well, I'm pretty sure they're going to comment.
Probably first thing they'll say is, take down your Christmas tree. Take down your decorations. Just looks so bare when you take all that down. I know I'll leave the mantle stuff up until after Valentine's Day, because it's wintry looking.
And somebody leaves their stocking up year round hoping that I refill it.
It never works though. Doggone it, but that's
Nice try.
okay. Yeah, I try. Anyway, thank you very, very much for watching, and please give us a shout out. And I have a new Facebook page. It's called Cindy's Adventures in Stitching. I've never really been much of a social media person, but I'm starting to get into it. I'm a little late to the party as far as that's concerned, but I'm enjoying it. So please stick around for the next video, and happy stitching.